guys know when it's not the first of the month and I go live, then it has to be some major breaking news. And so I'm going to keep this brief, short, to the point. Those of you all who are able to join me live, hello, how are you? And if you're watching the replay, hi, how are you? And I hope that you are doing great and enjoying the very best that life has to offer. So first thing first, Hobby Lobby is going through some major changes. I have been seeing that they have been replacing a lot of the normal products with your price products. And as you guys know, if you shop at Hobby Lobby, you know that when they do the your price, then there's no additional discount on the your price item. So I've been noticing slowly but surely, there have been a lot of your price items being added all throughout the store. So today I had to go to Hobby Lobby doing a DIY project, and I needed to get some items to do this DIY project that I was working on. And of course, I always love to just cruise through all of the different aisles throughout Hobby Lobby. Hi, Trisha. I love to cruise through all the different aisles and everything at Hobby Lobby. And guess what? Honey, deals. Do you hear me? Deal. So I'm going to share with you guys a lot of the items that I found. You can look in the craft section, the wedding section, and the jewelry section. There are a lot of deals going on, markdowns that are happening in those sections. So let me just preface this before I get into the haul. I want to preface this by saying your location may vary, okay? YMV. Your location may vary, okay? And I just want you to get that in your heads, because I don't want a lot of hate comments like, Melanie, my store is not on sale. This is not on sale. You're a liar. I thought you were a pastor's wife. You just making up stuff for clickbait. I don't want all that. My store was on sale, okay? So take the information as you will. If it's not happening at your store right now, it may happen at your store later. So this is just for you to keep an open eye. And it's always wise to make friends at the store. I have friends everywhere. I have friends in high places, low places, in between places. I have friends everywhere in every walk of life. And so that is one of the things that I just really want to highlight before we get into this haul. Now, with that being said, just keep your eyes open when you see these things on clearance, or you need to be looking to see if these tags are changing to the yellow tags that say your price. Because that means we're not going to be seeing, Dunzel, we're not going to be seeing wedding go 40 or 50. You know, first wedding was 50% off. Then last year they changed it, and now wedding is only 40% off. So what I'm telling you is we're not going to be seeing that with these items being removed. So let's get into the haul. I'm going to start with this right here. This is a plant stand, y'all. Let me show you these plant stands. So this one is the large plant stand. It was regular $29.99. Okay, the regular price was $29.99. And I got this plant stand for $8.24. And so these would be great for like plants coming into the wet. You can just get creative with however you want to use them. You can use them for centerpieces. You can use them for a lot of things. But this is the gold one. And I also got the smaller one that was $19.99, and I paid $5.24 for this. And they had them in gold, and they also had them in white, and they are the graduated sizes. Again, $8 for the large and $5 for the smaller one. So this is an excellent deal. You want to look for those red stickers. The red sticker. Go look for the red stickers in the wedding section, in the craft section, and in the jewelry section. That's where you're going to find those items on sale. Now we're going to get into the actual bags, like all the other things that I was able to get on sale at Hobby Lobby. So we're going to start out with, and I'm just going to randomly pull these things out for you guys to see. So this little honeymoon fun, you see that? This honeymoon fun box was $6.24. Again, you're looking for the red sticker, and it was originally $25.99. So it's about 80% off or so. I also got this cute little sign that says however many days before I do, and it was $2.99. And this one, it says, I'm just here for the cake. Cute little sign for the bridal party. It was $1.74. I also got this cute Unity candle set because I'm decorating my office, and y'all know I want to do my bookshelf in a wedding theme, and I thought this would be really cute. And this one was $6.74, and the regular price on this was also, I want to say $26.99. And so I thought these were just some incredible pieces. I also got these little gold picks, you know, like these. And I like using this kind of stuff in the bridal bouquet and centerpieces. These were $1.12 each. And they were, I don't know what the original price of these were, probably $5 or $6.99. So I wanted to use those. And then I also got this hectagon. It's a flower, I don't know, for a floral piece, but it's like a hectagon. You can sit something inside of it, and it was $1.99. They had a lot of these, a lot. Like I could have got 20 of them. And so that is, do we have anything else black? I want to show the black collection. I think we had a black, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I also got a card box. So these are things that you can let your brides and like rent out for your brides and groom. So this says cards for the Mr. and Mrs. And this big card box was $10.24. So look at the black collection, look at the disco ball collection, and look at the gold stuff. It's all on deal. And then this is a sweet sign, and it says sweets and treats, and it was $2.24. So definitely check out your Hobby Lobby. Lots of deals on the different colors, on the different things. And so that concludes the black collection. So this is the entire black collection. I found some great stuff, black and white on sale. And y'all know I love black and white. And I cannot wait to use some of these things in my studio. So that is the black collection. That is on deal at Hobby Lobby, and it will have a red sticker. Remember, they are going through, they're marking down, they're closing out, and when they get through closing all these things out, what's going to happen is we're probably not going to see your value. When it goes to your value, we probably won't see that same sale. Now, I don't have any insider information. I'm not a CEO. I'm not a CFO. I don't have any that type of information. This is just me making an educated assumption based on things and trends that I've seen in the past, okay? They also had this LED sign, and it's his and hers, and these signs were $1.99 a piece. So I have several of these. This one is the guest book one. They also have, and you can use this, you don't have to use this for a wedding, honey. You can use this for birthday parties, baby showers, bridal showers. It needs batteries, but it's white and it just says guest book, and you can light it up. And I was like, man, and it was $1.99. Can y'all believe that? I mean, you're talking about a great deal. Were there some other ones like this, Flo? I thought I had 2 more. I might have, what I did with them. It looks like the guest book, they're in boxes. Yeah, okay, yeah. So they also had the one that says cards and gifts, and then they have one that says sweet treats. And I almost didn't get these because I thought they were like a wood bottom, and that's really not my aesthetic. But these are not wood. These are actually white. They're LED signs. So I got all 3 of these, the sweet treats, the guest book, and the cards and gifts. I got all 3 of these for $1.99. Now, let me show you this. And I had to say something about this because y'all know I wanted to save my dollar. So you see how this one is $7.99 and it's $1.99? Okay, so that's 80% off, right? Right. So this one right here, it says $7.99, but they put $2.24 on it. because they thought that it was $8.99 because there were some that were $8.99, but this one wasn't. It said $7.99. So it should have been, I needed my 25 cents and I got it. I need my 25 cents. Okay? So these are some items that you definitely want to add to your wedding or event collection. Also, they have bells. And this is the craziest thing. When I was a little girl, when people got married, they used to ring the bell at the church. And I was like, what is the history of the bell? And why do people ring the bell at the church when they get married? Y'all need to look it up. They rung the bell at the church because it warded off evil spirits. And so people stopped ringing the bell and they took the bell out of churches. So I was like, this was the other day. I was like, well, I'm going to put bells back in my wedding. And I'll be doggone if I didn't go to Hobby Lobby and they had this 24 pack of bells for $1.99. So we're going to be some bell ringers around here. Okay? And so those are on deal. And they also, just read up the history. Okay? Read the history. We'll talk about it more during the monthly prayer. We're going to keep this about event planning, but it did go with the wedding situation, okay? All right. This favor sign, it says, please take a favor. Cute little gold acrylic sign, and it is $2.99. It was $2.99. Isn't that cute? $2.99. And they had a plethora of these little centerpieces. Do y'all remember when we DIY'd these centerpieces, honey? We was DIYing these using this stuff from Dollar Tree and all of that. You get this centerpiece right now is $1.99. You see that? Everything that's $7.99 would be $1.99. It's 80% off, which is an excellent deal. And so that concludes the gold collection. Hold on, I think I got, okay. So yeah, so that concludes the gold collection. And now we're gonna get into the disco collection. And so I started a disco collection last summer with my friend Florence, who just so happens to be here with me tonight. It was for her birthday party. And so we did a lot of disco things. And so they had this disco ring box. It was $4.24. And Teresa said, I remember DIY those centerpieces. Isn't that cute? The disco ring box. So it is super, super cute. I thought it would be perfect for photos, etc. Also, they have the sign. So they have the guest book sign, the disco guest book sign, and the cards and gift disco sign. I did not get the treats disco sign because I already have it from her birthday party. So these are also on deal. You see the price? That is $2.24 or $2.74. And these were $10.99 a piece. Okay? And I got both of them. This is the disco collection. And then I was kind of toying with whether or not I should get this piece. But you know what? It was only $7 and something. Y'all know I be showing out. It was $7.49, and it says, welcome to our happily ever after. I wish it just said welcome, or I wish it was a way I could get this off. I would just do something else. But anyway, it's a really cute little table sign, and it was $7.49. So let me show you guys that price right there. Okay, so you're looking, look behind, look under. You're looking for everything that has a red sticker. And last but certainly not least, we have these, is that it? Okay. So last but certainly not least, I could not believe it when I found these little bow earrings. I was like, what? And they were $1.37. And it was a bow pearl earring. Teresa, I don't want to mess it up. She said, try acetone. Girl, I've been wiped off the disco sign and everything. I don't know. I want to lose $7. I didn't want to pay $7 for it. I don't know. I'll let y'all DIY it and try it and tell me what works. I don't know if the acetone is going to work, though. I think without removing the mirror part, that's what I'm afraid of, like it damaging that part. But these little bow earrings are perfect for little bridesmaids, or, you know, I love pearls and I love bows, so these are great for me for work, too. So that is it. That's what I got. So that is the whole purpose of this live. There are changes. I don't want you guys to be caught off guard. So hopefully the information that I shared with you all in tonight's live was educational, enriching, value added in some type of way. Get to your local Hobby Lobby. Look this weekend throughout the next few weeks, because different stores or different markets may be marking down at a different time. So just keep a pop in your local stores, your local market, and see what you can find. I really appreciate you guys joining me on tonight for this pop-up live. I hope that you enjoyed it. You are so welcome, Donzel. I'll see you guys tomorrow night on Amazon, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you're watching this, just watch the replay. Yeah, so yeah, definitely check through. It just started today in my area. So definitely check your area. Again, the wedding items, the jewelry items, look in that area, and then also some craft items. So all of them will have red stickers. You're looking for red stickers. Now, your store does not have the red stickers. This is not your ticket to go and confront the people. Do not go confront manager. Well, my friend, look at this YouTube video. And she might be like, so, and we're not on sale. So you just keep looking. You might say, hey, they've marked this down. Now, this is a way, if you want to ask the store manager and get information, just say, hey, one of my favorite YouTubers showed me that you guys have these signs that are like marked down. And I don't know if they're marked down here or not yet, but is there a plan to do this in the future? And if so, can you give me a call? I'm an event planner. Here's my number. Can you give me a call? Or, if these items aren't marked down, but they are supposed to be marked down, do you mind me selecting what I want and you marking them down for me at the register? Sometimes they'll do that. It's all about being sweet to the people. Be sweet to the people. Okay? All right. Because sometimes the coupon and deal finding community can be very rough and very demanding. And that's one of the top reasons why I stopped couponing. And so just, treat them with respect. Treat them with kindness. And as, my grandmama used to say, you can attract more flies with sugar than you know what. So definitely, attract, be kind, be respectful, and most of all, be inspired. I'll see you guys at the next one. Until next time, it's Melanie with Living Luxuriously for Less. Good night.